This is a flex. It's literally the entire point of the video. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube, and I have been doing a bunch of car camping and haven't had a motorcycle for like 2 years, three almost. Yeah, I think, well, yeah, like 3 years. And unfortunately, that ended up with a accident. Didn't get injured, thankfully, but I just, enough accidents where I was like, I need to just take a break. And like, it's getting pricey even just to buy new gear. Right now, I'm at Linville Gorge, and North Carolina. I live in North Carolina now. I don't live in California anymore. I don't live in the West. I kind of miss the West. The West is incredible. The East can be pretty damn cool, as you can tell. This might be the very best campsite I've ever gotten in my entire life, and I've done plenty of camping. Show you my my rig. A lot of people claiming this isn't a motorcycle. This is actually two motorcycles with a tiny house in the middle. So what you're looking at in the B-roll is a 2015 Subaru Forester, ultra basic, standard transmission, manual transmission, whatever you want to call that. Because I do not trust Subaru CVTs. I now know 4 people personally who have had their CVTs die in some way, shape, or form on these more OG CVTs that Subaru makes. I think the current CVTs are just fine. And I even have a friend who has just like upwards of a lot, like just like 170,000, I think, miles. I have to confirm them on a CVT, and he's been just fine. So unlike a very similar year as this one. But I opted to just go with a manual. Found it for relatively cheap. It was cosmetically just okay. I've cleaned it up a lot. And mechanically, it was great. High mileage. I got it on 140,000. I'm at 165,000 right now. But just a stock, no lift, nothing. It had the recall for the rear springs done, so I think those used to sag back in the day on these particular SJ Foresters. I think that's a 5th gen. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's been great. You just got to keep the oil changes, rather stay on top of the oil changes and make sure it's got oil, because it consumes oil, just like any other boxer engine. Not sure if I'm completely sold on boxer engines in cars. They make a lot of sense on motorcycles, in my opinion. A lot of people will disagree with me. But with cars, it is like, sure, I get low center of gravity with high clearance on this. Surprisingly, I get clearance similar to, if not the same as, a Grand Cherokee, which is pretty awesome. So this thing's relatively capable for what it is, and really I don't need much more. And if I need more, I just turn around. I just know the limits. I might do some life updates, but honestly, I kind of think OPSEC is sort of more of a big deal with AI and corporations knowing every goddamn thing about you, including your emotions. And, maybe I'll keep it to a minimum, and maybe in a different video if I decide to or not. In terms of like other adventure stuff, I've been doing kayaking, tons of sea kayaking, although I'm not really in the sea, just like an intracoastal waterway most of the time. But I plan to do a overnighter with that and kind of just make sure that the gear I have will work for that. It all fits in the bulkheads, they're called, which is little storage things front and aft of your forward and aft. I don't know which boat terms, bow, stern. Like, it's the little compartments. You know what I'm talking about. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I don't have a sponsor. I just have a lot of free time right now because I have a part-time job and I don't have a ton of money, even though I've been spending it on ammunition like crazy. Not prepping, I'm just shooting a lot for fun. Maybe not throw some content on YouTube. YouTube is super weird about shooting content, and I really don't want to get a channel strike for even this tiny little channel. Probably not going to have a fire tonight because proximity to my tent. This is really the only low spot that isn't on the road right here. Sometimes I make rules just to break them, I think. Anyway, I do appreciate you stopping by. I'm impressed that you clicked on this thumbnail in this economy, but thanks for giving me your undivided attention. Definitely not a second screen YouTube video is this. Anyway, I don't know how to say bye, so we'll just cut it here.